I'm 5'4" and I am able to stand straight up. I'll be doing this forever. This is my lifestyle now because of the community. The shiplap and the electrical box I think was probably the most fun I had on this build. I learned everything on YouTube. Hi, my name is Annette and this is Miss Dita Van Teese. So why don't you come take a tour? So welcome to my van. So this is my Camp Chef stove oven combo. It's a 2-burner stove oven. I actually did the heat protectant with it, so I made sure that it was very safe. It does have the 5-pound propane underneath, and I have my spices up here. They're glass, so I have 10 different spices, and it's very secure. It hasn't fallen yet. I've gone on a few trips. And here is my sink. It's a 15-inch deep sink, and I do have the pop-up table also for more counter space. And then I have cabinets. So I have my coffee stuff and storage in this cabinet, and then I have all my dishes in this one, a pot for cooking. Oh, and here is my fridge. It is not your standard 12 volt, which everyone gets for the Vanlife. It's more of a dorm style fridge, but it does have a lot of room. There's a lot of room in the freezer and a good amount of room in the fridge also. I actually made a couple of different curtains. I couldn't get the right color. And what I decided to do, the extra material that I had left over from my Dinette bed, I used that for the curtains and I'm very happy with that. So my extra, I'll probably use it at Halloween time. It's orange, but I like my window. I'm able to look out at it. I got a really good view at Crater Lake out this window. It's really nice. So I'm 5'4" and I am able to stand straight up barely in this van. So anyone 5'4" and shorter, they're able to stand. A lot of people were shocked. I went to a camp in Oregon and I had people come in and they didn't think they would be able to stand up in here, so they were pleasantly surprised. And right here I have a 12 volt fan. We're in California, it's summertime, so I have a max air fan, but I have this just to give extra. I have a little baby fan too, so I have plenty of air, so I don't need an AC. And then I also have a magnetic shelf that just fits up here. That holds little items, just a catch-all, like keys. Okay, and here is my pantry drawer, which fits a lot. And I actually built it to make sure that if I do go with Harvest Host, there's a lot of wineries in California. You know, I'm an hour from Napa, so I wanted to make sure I have enough room so when I buy my wine that it'll fit in there. And here is a deep drawer. I have all of my cooking utensils and eating utensils in this drawer. And I do have more storage under here. I have 7 gallons for my gray water. I have my trash can in here, all of my plumbing, and then I have my hot water tank, which isn't hooked up right now, but I have it connected. All I have to do is connect the propane. So what got me into van life? March of 2020, I was sent home. I was told it would be for 2 weeks, and I'm still working from home. Right now I'm going in 1 day a month. So I got bored. I was used to going into the office, seeing people, and then I felt trapped. I was in a relationship that at the time I thought that I could help it. So I didn't know that it was such a toxic relationship at the time. I was trying to find something to make it healthy. I thought if I built this out, then we can go and experience things together and it would be something healthy. I found out in November that it was a very toxic relationship. So I was left with the van. It was 85–90% done. The whole intentions with the van was so that I could spend time with my partner. So I felt defeated at the end. I did all this work on it and I didn't know if I was going to sell it. I didn't know if I was going to keep it. And then luckily, the time that I had spent working on the van, I worked with a van builder out of Missouri. So every Tuesday night she had a live. Johnny's Journey is the name of that channel. So I would come on every Tuesday night. If I had any questions, I had an expert that I could ask. So she was with me virtually from the beginning of the build all the way to the end. She actually helped me with my plumbing at the end in Joshua Tree. The intentions of the van was to help strengthen a relationship that was doomed from the beginning. But what I got out of this van was so much more than I could have dreamed. I've met so many people that will be friends for life. This is a community that I didn't know I needed, and I'll be doing this forever. This is my lifestyle now because of the community. Okay, so now we're at the cab. So this, I did put in a swivel seat. So it's very nice. So I am able to pop this up and have my coffee or breakfast and look out at the view. It's really nice. I do have this, I bought it extra long, so I had to hem it. I had planned on making curtains, but I didn't want that color curtain. Also, this is my toilet. So it is portable. It can fold down to flat, and inside it is a triplet toilet. So that also can fold up into a backpack, or you can have extra seating right here. And then I did install a backup camera also, since it is a van. It does have a lot of windows that I put in. I put all 4 windows in myself, but the backup camera does help out since it is a large vehicle. And then the cabinets, I do want to give a shout out to Tim at Time for Exploring. Towards the end of the build, I did need some help. So he helped me with the cabinets. So thank you, Tim, on helping me with those cabinets. Okay, and this is my ceiling. So I did get this material from Lowe's. It's the blue pine. So the ceiling was very simple. You'd think maybe that would take longer. The puck lights actually took a day and a half to make sure to get the electrical right on that. I learned everything on YouTube, so thank you, Linnea and Akila, because watching that channel helped me do my puck lights. And then once it was time to do the ceiling, I got that up in a couple of hours. It was easy, just tongue and groove, put it in and screw it in, and the ceiling's ready. Okay, now we're in the dinette / bedroom area. So multi-function area. So this is my swivel table, which you actually can turn this into a bed, and it actually raises for extra counter space also. And on this side, I have all of my power, and on this side is all of my water. So on my power, I have 2 200 amp batteries total, 200 amps. A 3000 watt inverter from Renogy, and then I have the DC to DC charger and also shore power. So I can charge the van batteries 3 different ways. So this is a 6-inch memory foam. I bought a bread cutter or a turkey cutter, and I cut it so that it fit. And I made the cushions for it also. So I made this, and I made this extra cushion too. So that there's extra seating. I can have it as a lounge area, so I can actually sit and enjoy outside, or I can take this out and just have a walkway. I store all of my bedding in this nice little pillow that matches my refrigerator. So I have all of my blankets, my sheets, electric blankets, comforter, everything, pillowcases, everything that I need to make the bed is in this big pillow right here. So where I keep my clothes, I have 2 cabinets here, and I have these little baskets that I got at the Dollar Tree. So it was like $1 a basket, but it's a good way to keep my clothes organized. So I just roll up the clothes, put it in there. And here is my reading light that I have. It's really nice. I can actually charge on here also. And here are my curtains. What I did is I actually bought extra curtains and I just cut those. So those will be hemmed. I have art. I ordered that art online. I saw the colors and the mountains, and I liked the pop of color. It matched the van, so I ordered that. This is shiplap. It was really fun to do. I watched Jason Klonk. He has a van like mine, but a higher roof. So I watched how he did his shiplap and learned from him. And then I made the electrical boxes at the very end. That was the last thing that I made, and that was probably the shiplap and the electrical box, I think, was probably the most fun I had on this build. The name of the van is Annette's Van Tease because it teased me. This was supposed to be the van that I was supposed to strengthen that relationship with, and that is not what this van is. I'm solo traveling now with no partner. So Dita Von Teese is a performer that I have always liked. She's a burlesque performer, so I named the van after her because it kind of suits me and what I've gone through. So the price of the van, I was looking at different vans, and my partner didn't want a little one, so we had to get a higher roof. I was tall enough, my partner was tall enough at the time before I added the ceiling and the floors, but the van cost, let's see, was just under $18,000 for the van. I had hoped that I could build it out for $5,000, but it ended up being, with decorations and everything, it ended up being just a little over $15,000 for the build. So this is my outdoor setup. So I like to, when I get to a location, make it feel like home, so I'm not sitting inside. I want to make sure that I don't bring things in, so I have my mat out and my chairs. I do have a bottle opener, so this is now a van that I use. It's the community van because a lot of people have the fixed beds, so mine can sit about 6 or 7 people comfortably. So I wanted to make sure if someone brings their beer that they are able to open it. I also have this that drops down for a little table, or I could get my gray water out for the sink. Okay, and if you look back here, I do have some solar panels and a power bank. That was gifted to me. I did have some help on my water in Joshua Tree, and I was down there for a week, and in that week I had a fuse blow, which made my refrigerator, I wasn't able to use the refrigerator because it was my inverter fuse that blew. So I was going to gift them my food, and this van community is amazing because this is what I was given. Instead of taking my food, they gifted me a power bank and solar panels. So this community is just amazing. So I'm not quite done on the van. I do have future plans. So with the heat in California, I will need an awning. So that is next on the list. I plan on getting an awning. I plan on getting upgraded tires, all-terrain tires, so I can take it more places. I want to get a ladder in the back and also build a deck. So those are future plans, but otherwise the inside is completely done to my liking. So typically I have an outdoor area too, but I did not bring that today. So I do have my step stool, which is nice because, as you can see, it's very versatile. You can have it just walk right out instead of having it in bed mode. So you could either lounge or walk out or put it in bed mode. I did make these little storage areas too. I don't even know what I planned on holding, but I made these little shelves so it can hold little things. So a lot of times I'll put water fill back here because this is where I fill my water. So I'll do a gravity fill and sometimes put that bag there so it'll dry. I do have power here. So if I need any power tools or any type of power, I have an outlet out here, and then here's another bottle opener for my friends that may need a bottle opener. And as you can see, I do not have it in bed mode right now, but once this is in bed mode and converted, I can actually store a lot of stuff in here. So all my power is in here, all my water is in here, anything else can be stored underneath if I wanted to keep it in bed mode and just go on a trip without having it in the dinette. which works because if it's just me, then I have the tabletop that can pop open so I can have dinner over there. I think if anyone has any interest or is considering building out a van, I have no experience at all. I learned everything after hours. I work 9-hour days so that I can have every other Friday off. So I was able to build this out on weekends and on my lunch break, after hours, after work. I was able to build this out. I have no experience. I bought tools from Habitat for Humanity. I learned everything on YouTube. If you want to build a van out, they have plenty of playlists that you can watch to show you how to build vans. And you could find a live like I did on Tuesday nights, Johnny's Journey with Midwest Van Builders. She will help out with any questions that you have. So there is community out there where you can find and get information and get help. People are willing to help if you're willing to put the work in. Thank you so much for watching my tour today. If you'd like to follow more, I do have a playlist with my van build and the trips that I've been taking. So you can watch that on YouTube at Annette's Vantice, and you can also follow me on Instagram at Annette's Vantice. I hope to see you on the road.